Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear me now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks for that. I didn't have the microphone turned on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, I can see it now. Hello, Alan. Hello, Louisa. Hello, hello, hello. Right. What I was just saying is that Rapido is a great quiz, very fast quiz. 3 quick quizzes of 10 questions in half an hour. Will be done by 7:30. And right, thanks. Yeah, it's just me being stupid with the equipment. And I was just saying, please give me a share, get some folks in, some friends of yours, share it out, challenge them, type, I challenge you to a quiz. I'm about to do a quiz. I challenge you. I challenge you. And share it, because I can't afford to advertise. So any kind of shares I get off you are invaluable. You know what I mean? Thank you very much. Right. Thanks. Yeah, I was just sorting this out. Right, let's get started. Let's not muck about at all. Rapido's dead easy. You need a pen and a bit of paper. Get yourself a pen and a bit of paper. Maybe an unused envelope and quite a nice pen. Do you like these pens? I quite like these ones. Because you'll need to keep a note of your score. When we get the categories up, you pick a category. I'll go with the majority. Don't shout out answers in the chat. People are just trying to solve them. You only get 10 seconds. So for each question, add your score as you go, and I'll get you to upload your scores at the end. Okay, Rapido. Here we go. Here are the categories tonight. So India, Scotland, geography, space, food, the 1970s, crime, flowers, and Olympic sport. So tell me what you want. I'll go with the majority, and if there's no majority, I'll go with the first one. Hello, Denise. Hello, Ollie. Giving it a shot for the first time. Good stuff. All right. This is Rapido. Right, the first shout is for food. That's Louisa. Then Denise has gone for crime. John's gone for India. First one of those to get seconded will be the one we pick. Okay. Heather's gone for... Man said food. Right, okay. Two shouts for food. Let's do food. If you give me a couple of seconds, I'll get the food quiz opened and up on the screen. I've usually got these ahead of time, but I'm going to open them as I do them this time, because it might be a little bit better on the old computer. I don't know. Could be wrong. Right, okay, I think this is going to be fine now. So, hi, man, not man. The man said food. No, it was your mum. Right, okay. Hello, Denise's mum. Right, here we go. Food. All right, here we go. Right, now listen carefully. If you've not done this before, there's a couple of you not doing this before. I'm going to explain. Each question, there's 10 questions. I'm just going to ask them. You have 10 seconds to answer the question. You have to have an answer by that 10 seconds, because after that I tell you the answer, okay? And the points are 1 point for the first question, 2 points for the second question, 3 points for the third one, and so on, up to 10 points for the last one. So the total maximum possible score is 55 points. We'll do this 3 times and I'll get you to upload your added up scores at the end. So you ready? Here comes the first Rapido quiz for tonight. Here we go. For 1 point, Yankee Veg. What name are Americans more likely to give to what we call an aubergine? And you see the seconds counting down there over in the corner. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. As soon as we hit 0 seconds, I'll tell you the answer, so make sure you have an answer. So we call it an aubergine, Americans call it eggplant, because they are strange. Right? So 1 point if you got that one. It's supposed to be an easy one. I'm not sure if that was too easy, but 1 point for that one. Here we go. 2 points, fish soup. What kind of fish is required to make Cullen Skink? A Scottish delicacy. Cullen Skink, but it's made out of what type of fish? There go the seconds counting down. Tasty category. You're going to be mouth-watered by the end of this. 0 seconds left. It is haddock. Haddock. Specifically Finnan Haddie. But haddock is enough for the points. 2 points. Right. Number 3. Gourmet. What is the maximum number of stars that a restaurant can receive from the Michelin Guide? There go the second. So the Michelin Guide gives stars to restaurants. What is the maximum number of stars that a restaurant can have? We're down to 0 seconds. It's 3 stars. 3 stars is the top for them. Here we go. Question number 4 is also a multiple choice one. 50-50 in fact. Which part of the mustard plant is used to make mustard that you put on a hot dog? The roots or the seeds? So the stuff you buy in the shop called mustard is made out of which part of the mustard plant? Roots or seeds? There go the seconds. Don't swither too much. Make sure you do pick one before the time runs out. 2 seconds, 1 second, no seconds. The right answer is seeds. Spicy wee seeds. Right, 5 points now. Italiano. Pizza is Italian language for pie. But what name is given to a folded pizza? Right. So standard pizza is a pizza. What's the name for a folded pizza? These are supposed to be getting slightly more difficult as they go on. I think this is fairly well known. I think it's still in the easy camp. 0 seconds left. It is calzone. Or calzone, some people say, but calzone, I think. 6 points for all the fruit. Which branded product accounts for the use of around 95% of all the black currants grown in the UK? There go the second. So 95, nearly all of the black currants grown in this country end up in which product? It's a brand. It's an actual branded name, not just a type of thing. The seconds are up. The correct answer is, this is a good one, Ribena. Ribena takes all the black currants. Amazing. 7 points now. This is the other 50-50. Which fruit is used to flavour a crêpe Suzette, which you can get in France? Is it lemon or orange? A crêpe Suzette is flavoured with which fruit? I went on holiday in 1983. By the way, the answer is orange. My family were delighted at the word crêpe. I don't think they'd heard the word crêpe before. You go for a crêpe? Hilarious. 8 points. Tuna-geddon. Which country's people are responsible for eating 81% of the world's fresh tuna? Alright, so who eats all the tuna? Who ate all the fish? One country eats nearly all of the world's fresh tuna. Who is it? It's Japanese. Japan is the answer for 8 points. You see these getting more interesting. Well, they're all interesting, but they're getting more difficult now. 9 points. Food and patriotism. In America, during the First World War, what German delicacy was rebranded in the States as Liberty Cabbage? So as to not appear too Germanic. What was the original name of Liberty Cabbage? That's time up. Right answer, good one if you got this, sauerkraut. Sauerkraut. Okay, last question for 10 points. Hope you've been keeping track of your score. Chinese. The Chinese dish bean sprouts is usually the sprouts of which bean? So which bean is sprouting? They are something beans that make bean sprouts. What type of bean is it? 2 seconds left. This is the big one. 10-point question. Time's up. The right answer is mung beans or mung beans. Difficult word to say convincingly. Mung. Mung? Munga beans. You know what I mean? It's on the screen. Definitely know what I mean. So that's it. What was your score? Tell us in the chat. I'll get you to upload it properly at the end, but for now, what was your score? How was the food category? Was it difficult? I think that started off... I think that worked. It started off relatively easy, got more difficult. Tell me what you scored, and then we're going to get the next category on fairly quickly, because we don't muck about in Rapido. That's a good score. Mr. Doyle, 45. Hello, Facebook user. Hi, Facebook user. You scored 40. 55, by the way, for Louisa. Hang on a second. Hang on. There's one there. I need this one. That's for Louisa. 30 points, not a foodie. Well, I think with 55 points format, the Rapido format, I think anything over 30 is pretty good. Didn't get moon beans. I went for lemon crabs. 38 is still pretty good. 37, best ever start. 45, don't know my beans. I was that the only one? Just missed the 10-point one. Right, pretty good scores. Let's get another category on and see what happens next. So we shall go back to main board. Here we go. And I'll click on food to get rid of it. So what we're going to have next, folks, come on. Pick something good. So the first votes have come in for geography, India, space, crime, flowers. Space, right. Space is the first one to get 2 votes. So we'll do space. No one's picking the 1970s. That's been up there for a few weeks now. Right, open, and then computer, and then that button there, and then space. And this is fresh. I think I only compiled this today. Mostly old questions for me, but right, here we go. So I'll turn that off and get the space one back on. Sorry for commentating as I'm doing this. I just find it makes it a bit easier to tell you what on earth I'm doing. Space! I see there's a wee bit late on the buzzer for crime. Loads of you wanted crime, but we might get that for the third one. We'll see. Right, same again. 1 point for the first question, 2 points for the second, and so on. 10 seconds for each one. Ready? Here we go. Rapido part 2. Right. Should be an easy one to start off with one question. It says space number 2 because we had space before. I'm starting to keep numbers on these. So who was the first man to set foot on the moon? There we go to 10 seconds. Easy. Come on, everybody knows this. First guy on the moon. What was his name? You know, official history, assuming it happened. Time's up. It's Neil Armstrong, obviously. 1 point for everybody, I say. I don't think anybody got that one wrong. Number 2, rock astronomer. What is the name of the guitarist from Queen who also has a PhD in astrophysics? Rock star and part-time guru of space. Time's up. It's Brian May. And I think most of you know that one as well. Also a friend of the Badgers. Number 3, self-help classics. Now, it's not exactly to do with space, but kind of. So what planet do women come from, according to the title of John Gray's best-selling self-help book of the 1990s? So according to the title of that book, what planet are women from? It was a big seller in the 1990s. Time is just about up. 0 seconds. Venus. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, okay? Trying to explain the differences between us. Space brackets, woe bracket man. What could this be? Valentina Tereshkova, the first woman in space. later had an operation to become a man. Is that true or false? So this is the Soviet cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova. 1960-something, 63 I think. First woman in space. Later on she had an operation to become a man. Is that true or false? Time is up. Make sure you've decided. Make sure you've definitely picked one. The answer is false. She is still a lady. I can't remember if she's dead or not. I think she's still on the go. I think she's still alive. Number 5, science fiction in space. What was the name of the English author who wrote The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? First published as a novel in 1979. There goes the timer. This was on the radio first. Then he wrote it as a book. But what was the name of the guy who did Hitchhiker's Guide? Do you remember? It's Douglas Adams. And he has passed away. Douglas Adams for 5 points. Right, they're getting more difficult now. 6 points. Probes. You know? Which planet was the destination of the Viking 1 and Viking 2 probes? Launched by NASA in 1975. There goes the time. So Viking 1 and Viking 2, two separate probes, both launched in 1975. Their destination was another planet. Which planet was it? Time is up. They landed the following year. It was Mars. Mars, and they got the first good photographs of Mars, you know, from the surface. Very successful mission. 7 points now, getting more difficult. Magnitude. Approximately how many times larger is the Sun than the Earth in terms of volume? Is it 1,000,000 times bigger than planet Earth or 1,000,000,000 times bigger than planet Earth? Right, so Earth, Sun, Earth, Sun. How much bigger is it? Make sure you've chosen one. The right answer is it's 1,000,000. It's only 1,000,000 times bigger. Not that big. It's amazing, the sun. You read about the sun, blow your mind. 8 points. The space race. What was the name of the Russian space program which made Yuri Gagarin the first man in orbit in 1961? So for the Soviets, Yuri Gagarin was the first guy to orbit the Earth. But what was the name of the space program? The mission. What was it called? This is a difficult one for 8 points. The right answer is Vostok. Vostok 1 was his particular mission. So Vostok is correct. I think that was quite difficult. For 8 points. Well done if you got it. 9 points. This is science fiction again. Crew member. In the original Star Trek television series, what was Mister Spock's job on the Enterprise? What was his role in the crew? What was his title? Captain Kirk was the captain, obviously, but what was Mister Spock's job? This is down to 0 seconds. It is science officer. He was the science officer. It's half human, half Vulcan, mega brain. Applied to everything. And the 10-point question is going to be a hard one. Let's find out what it is. Deep space objects. You might just know this. What term is given to the rotating neutron stars that emit a focused beam of electromagnetic radiation and were discovered by the British astronomer Jocelyn Bell Burnell in 1967? So what do you call those things? They rotate, they're neutron stars, they emit a very focused beam of electromagnetic radiation at regular intervals, discovered by Burnell in 1967. A little bit controversial. She did not get the Nobel Prize, her supervisor did. 0 seconds left. The things she found were called pulsars. All right. A couple of really difficult ones to finish off there. How did you get on? What was your score? Oh, some of them were difficult. I think I would have got them all right, but it's a category I quite like. Oh, look. That's for Mr. Doyle. Alan! for you. 29 for Heather. Nate Kazoo. Graham gets his revenge on Louisa. Got beaten in the last round. He was on top that one for that round. 35 points against 21. Sputnik instead of Vostok. Yeah, Vostok was one with people in. Sputnik was the first satellite. And Sputnik 2 had Like of the Dog, I think. Should have gone Vostok. What did you put if you didn't put Vostok? Tell us the ones you got wrong. Tell us what you put. Strong at the end. Nice one. Well done, folks. Yeah, well done to the 55ers. A little bonus question. What does Vostok mean? What does the word mean? It's a Russian word. What does it mean? And then we'll do the last. Category. Jock's saying that he said Soyuz instead of Vostok. Yeah, I think Soyuz was a little bit later. I think it was the 70s. It's a great word, isn't it? Soyuz. Wow. Anyone know what Vostok means? Shit, that's a good guess. It's not right. We both put Brian Ferry for question 2. Who is he? What do you mean? Who's Brian May or who's Brian Ferry? Brian May is the guitarist out of the Queen with the big hair, who married the woman with the big hair out of EastEnders, and he also plays the guitar. Brian Ferry was the singer out of Roxy Music, the smoothest man in the world. Does that? Here's the guesses for Vostok. Ship, fellow traveller, space, east. That's the right answer. East. As in the compass point. North, south, east, west. Vostok is east. You know the city, Vladivostok, that means ruler of the east. That's a wee bonus fact for you. Right. Well done, Louisa. And we shall go back to the big screen and we'll get our next category. Let's see, Rapido main. Allow, there we go. And we'll cross off space because we have done space. There it goes. Right, what are we going to do? Crime, 70s, Olympic sports. Crime, 70s, Olympic sports. Brian Ferry Sports UKIP, that's not a category tonight. Crime, there's a strong shout for crime, so we're going to do crime, okay? Some of you are coming in with the 70s, I'm glad to see that, but I'll have to wait till next time. We're going to go with crime. So, first of all, I need to go to this, and I need to go open the relevant PowerPoint. There it is. I wish PowerPoint would link up to itself so you could click on something and it would go to... it probably wouldn't be any more... Probably wouldn't be any more useful if you could click on a thing in a slide and that would take you to a specific slide somewhere else. You can probably do it if you can do VBA, but I can't do VBA. So anyway, no big deal. We've got crime. Now, where is crime? Here it is. And a second. Click 2 more things here, and then that. There we go. Crime. What's the worst? Before we start, what's the worst crime that you've done that you'd admit to? I'll let you think about that. I better get on with it, actually. Selling point of this is that I get on with it. Don't start chatting. Right, so here we go. Court, 1 point. Crime, here we go. You ready? You know the format by now. So, by what name is the Central Criminal Court in London better known? It's called the Old something. Something beginning with B. I've got 10 seconds. The Old what? Starting with B for 1 point just to get started. A famous court. No seconds left. It is the Old Bailey. 1 point for that one. Twin villains. What was the surname of the famous London gangsters Ronnie and Reggie who were jailed for life in 1969? Seconds are counting down. So Ronnie and Rennie, What the hell? Ronnie and Reggie. They were villainous twins from London. They were the Cray twins. Okay, here we go. 3 points. We're getting slightly more difficult. Which supermodel, born in London in 1970, has been convicted of assault on 4 separate occasions, including a famous incident where she threw a telephone at a personal assistant? I'm laughing at Jonathan's claim to crime, tampered with the US elections. It's pretty heavy, Jonathan. Right, time's up. Naomi Campbell is her name. Louisa says drugs. We've all been there. 3 points for Naomi Campbell. Right, first 50-51. Serial killer Albert DeSalvo became infamous under what nickname in the 1960s? Was he the Boston Strangler or the Milwaukee Cannibal? I'll go to 10 seconds. So Albert DeSalvo was the guy's real name. What was he known as in the media? Was he the Boston Strangler or the Milwaukee Cannibal? Time's up. He was the Boston Strangler. Can't exactly remember, definitely, but I think the Milwaukee Cannibal was... I can't remember. Was it? You remember the guy's name? Somebody will remember. Later on, anyway. Jeffrey Dahmer, is that him? Number 5 for 5 points. Evader. Which British horse racing jockey won more than 5,000 races in his career, but was also sent to jail in 1987 for tax evasion? Who's that? Who got sent to jail for evading tax in 1987? He'd won 5,000 races in the saddle, which is certainly more than me, quite a lot. Lester Piggott was his name. He was Sir Lester Piggott. He had his knighthood taken off him as well. Sin City, number 6 for 6 points. Which American city was the setting for the original series of CSI Crime Scene Investigation? There goes the timer. Jock got lifted for fly posting anti-war propaganda in Kirkcaldy High Street. Well, to this day, Fife rejects war, so you did a good job. 0 seconds left in this one. CSI Crime Scene Investigation original city setting was Las Vegas. The clue is in the title as well there. Known as Sin City. Right, 7 points. We're getting serious. Which Prime Minister, there's an awful typo, founded London's, there should be, Metropolitan Police Force? Was it Palmerston or Peel? Now go to 10 seconds. 50-50, so make sure you commit to an answer before the 10 seconds is up. Palmerston or Peel? Who was responsible for the police? The Metropolitan Police, the London Police. It's Peel. All right, Robert Peel, 1800s. 8 points, EastEnders. Which property on a Monopoly board is nearest to the location of the Jack the Ripper murders of 1888? So they were also known as the Something Murders, the something being the name of the property on the Monopoly board. Which part of London was that? What's the name of the property? It's in the East End. 0 seconds left for 8 points. It is Whitechapel. The Whitechapel murders, they're known as. Quite a lot of London stuff in this crime round tonight. 9 points now. Last couple are going to be difficult. 9 points for terrorism. What was the name of the American domestic terrorist who blew up a government office in Oklahoma in 1995 and killed 168 people in doing so? What was that guy's name? He was later put to death under the American legal system. But before that, he managed to kill 168 people. It was his war on the government. He was Timothy McVeigh. Timothy McVeigh. I think you should probably get the points for that, even if you just got the surname. I think that's what the surname will do. And for 10 points, movies. Oh, yeah. Name either lead actor or actress from the 1967 film Bonnie and Clyde. So you don't have to get both, just either one will do for the points. The woman who played Bonnie or the guy who played Clyde. 1967 classic version of Bonnie and Clyde. Who played the parts? You have 1 second left. No seconds left. The answers are Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty. If you got either of those before the time's up, then you get 10 points. So how did you get on with that? I thought they were difficult. Depends how into it you are. I think there's going to be a wide variety of scores. I think there's going to be some quite high scores and some quite low scores for this one. That's absolutely. I've run over a little bit. Sorry about that, folks. I do need to learn to just hurry up a bit. Instead of blah, blah, blah. Or the Dr. Ball, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for coming and doing the quiz, folks. Oh, look. Whoa, ho, ho, whoa, ho, 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 ho. That's for you, Jock. And for Denise. Yeah. Graham won the third one and the second one. Louisa won the first one, so it's 2-1 on quizzes. If you're playing match play for Graham over Louisa. Nice stuff. Best score 131. Right, that's the total. I'm going to give you the link in a second to upload your scores. Aye. I don't say too much when this quiz is on, Denise. I try and keep it fairly rapid. Hence the name of the quiz. 92 total. Right, I'm going to give you a link right now to upload your scores. Everybody, thanks for coming. I really appreciate spending a little bit of your Thursday with me doing the quiz. I'm in two minds whether it can this or not because the numbers have been pretty low. But you see, tonight was better. Tuesday was awful. I might just keep doing it on Thursdays. If anyone thinks that was worth a tip, then I'd be delighted to get a tip from you. You don't have to, obviously. But anything that does come in, I'll be delighted to get it. So that's a donation link as well there. But the main one's that one, the upload your score link, and I'll get a league table up for you this evening, fairly soon. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Okay. It was good. That's good questions tonight. Good categories. Good choices by you. Let's get the main board back on. And we'll have to get rid of crime. So what happens when the next Rapido is now? It might be Tuesday, it might be Thursday. I might just take a little break on the Tuesdays for a while because it has been quiet on the Tuesdays. Thursday seems to be busier for some reason. So the categories there will stay on: India, Scotland, geography, the 1970s, flowers, and Olympic sport. And if I do take a break on Tuesday, it's because I'll be working on something else. It's not like there'll be something else in its place, you know what I mean? Not necessarily next week. But try new formats, new quiz ideas. And one of these days, I'll get something that goes viral, and there'll be 25 billion people watching this. And they'll all be saying, I got 55. And there ain't no way when there's millions of people that you're going to get a kazoo all to yourself. So well done to the folk who got 55. I think there was a 55 in every round, was there not? Pretty damn good. Set of scandals. Well, I'm actually pretty full of new categories. I'll write it down. I've got a little thing here on the screen to write new category ideas. So thanks for that. Pointless sounds like a great time. Yeah, I'm going to have to work on a pointless format. We were talking about that on one of the quizzes the other night. I get something similar to pointless. for you to play live. Thanks, Ollie. Thanks very much. Hope it's not raining too hard in Huddersfield. It's been a bit soggy here today. Not as bad as Tuesday. Movies. That's a nice general category, isn't it? This is the good thing about Rapido. I can do really general categories like film, and then really specific categories like chickens. Because there was chickens. I just put the. Did I put the chickens one up? Yeah, I put the chickens one up today because I turned these into standalone videos. So if you never got, have a look at the rest of the channel, right? Because they're all there, and you can play these individually, or just as a single Rapido. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to get off. I'm not going to hang around. So thanks very much for tuning in and playing. Hopefully see you tomorrow night for the big Friday night quiz. Broughton beer. You can win. It'll make you intelligent and thin. And that's... Ooh, there's a little red happy guy. I don't know where he came from. Right, I'll upload your score. I've given you that. If you want to hire me to do a Zoom quiz for your work, get in touch. Charge £95. Rapido, that's what you've just been doing. And the pub quiz itself, where there are... it can be quite busy sometimes, is Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. End of slideshow, click to exit, that's what it says. That's quite final, isn't it? Let's go back to that, it's a bit nicer. Great stuff. That was the Convenience Store Woman book. I hope you enjoy it. Nice. I found it hilarious. I don't know if everybody would, but I don't think I've ever read a book by a Japanese author before, so that was nice as well. But, like I'm saying, I'm out of here. Thanks for coming, everybody. Nice to see you all. Bye.